Personal branding is not just about your color theme and the clothes you wear. It's about the impact you make in the lives of your audience and your value proposition. To make this video more effective, I created a questionnaire. You can download it and fill it out as we move along. This way, not only you get the theoretical knowledge, but you also have a written guide to your very own personal brand by the end of this video. A personal brand is the unique combination of skills, experiences, values, and personality traits that someone showcases to the world. In a nutshell, it's how you present yourself to others, both professionally and personally. So just like companies have brands that differentiate them from competitors, individuals can cultivate their own personal brands to distinguish themselves in various aspects of life, such as career, social interactions, online presence, and much more. In this video, I've prepared 10 easy steps to help you build a solid personal brand for you as a content creator. Step 1 in building your personal brand is knowing what you want to be known for and ultimately knowing yourself. Think about the specific area or niche where you want to make your mark. This could be a particular skill, expertise, hobby, or passion of yours. So it's super important to define this because this will guide all of your branding efforts. You should ask yourself, what value do I want to bring to my audience? What am I most passionate about? Do I already have this skill or am I working on learning the skill? If you already have the skill, you can showcase it through your content. If you're still learning this skill, you can share the progress with your audience. Identify the traits, experiences, and perspectives that set you apart from other people in your niche. This could be your background, maybe your approach, maybe your personal story. So you need to highlight these unique aspects in your branding to stand out and make other people understand who you are. So think about what makes you memorable and how you can leverage that uniqueness to connect with your audience. Step 2, find your people. So you need to learn about the kind of people you want to reach and understand what they like and need. To become a successful content creator, you need to treat your brand like a business and think of your audience first. Many new content creators approach content creation with a "I'm just going to post something I like" attitude. Sometimes it's not the most effective practice if you're trying to grow quickly. So creating content for your audience first does not mean neglecting what you like. It just means finding the balance between something you actually enjoy doing and something that also resonates with the people that you're trying to communicate with. You can identify your target audience by answering the following questions. Who will benefit most from my content? Who am I most excited to help and talk to? What are their challenges, problems, and pain points? If you answer these questions, it will help you tailor your content and align it with their interests and make it more engaging and relevant. Ultimately, that will increase your reach, your views, your engagements, and, just the quality of your communication with your community. In my next video, I will walk you through the development of detailed profiles, personas, that represent different segments of your target audience. You will be able to use these personas to guide your content creation and strategies to make sure that you're addressing the needs and pain points of different audience segments, making your content more relatable and valuable to them. So make sure to subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss that video. Step number 3. Tell your story. Personal story is always the backbone of your personal brand. Having a personal story helps you connect with your audience on a deeper level, helps them understand your journey, and find inspiration in your experiences. Every influential person has a story or an experience that changed their life or changed their way of thinking, or maybe they just have a passion and they took a step to finally commit to that passion. This is the moment that defines the mission, values, and purpose. And you can't build a sustainable, successful personal brand without having values, mission, and a purpose. You can have a very unique story. It just needs to explain what makes you you while staying authentic, relatable, clear, consistent, and inspiring. But the number one thing to understand here is that you need to connect your story and values to your brand as well as your why. How did your experiences help in shaping the core values you promote in your content? Relate your journey to the experiences and aspirations of your audience. You can show them that you understand their struggles and their dreams because you've been through similar experiences and similar situations. Step number 4. Create the look. A huge aspect of personal branding is visual representation, which helps communicate who you are at a glance and makes you memorable. Visual elements of your personal brand play a crucial role in psychology of your communication with your audience. But before we dive into specific elements of your brand's visual representation, here are a few questions you need to answer. Question number 1. Which personal brands in your niche do you admire for their visual style? So you can go online and research content creators in your niche, look at what they're doing, and identify 3 accounts you really, really like. Take a look at their style and try to find what makes those accounts similar and what makes them different from each other. Which one of those 3 accounts is the most successful? And try to think why. Which one do you most resonate with and why? What elements do you like and dislike? So once you've analyzed your competitors, let's go ahead and start working on your own personal brand. And we're going to start by answering a couple of questions. Again, question number 1. How would you describe your brand's personality? You can pick a couple of words from the list on the screen and write them down. Or pick your own words. The goal is to describe how you want your audience to perceive your personal brand. Next question is, what emotions do you want to evoke in your audience? Same as before, pick a couple of words you see on the screen or choose your own and write them down. And the last question is, what mood do you want your personal brand to convey? This question is more about your personal style and visual representation of what would align well with your personality. Now, let's write down all of the words together. For example, I have trustworthy and insightful for my personality. I have optimism and inspiration for the emotions. And I have modern and tech savvy for the mood. Step number 5, photography style. Here, I want you to create a mood board for inspiration. You can go on a platform like Pinterest, for example, and create a board dedicated to your brand's photography style. Collect images that resonate with your brand personality, the emotions you want to evoke, and the mood you aim to convey. So look for common themes in lighting, composition, color themes, subject matter. Review the mood board when it's ready and identify the key elements that stand out to you. So you can ask yourself, what overall feel do these photos have? Are they bright and airy, dark and moody, colorful and vibrant, or maybe neutral and minimalistic? What is the style of the shots? Do you see a preference in candid shots, maybe post portraits, lifestyle images, or maybe action shots? What common visual elements are there? Is there a certain theme? Maybe nature, maybe urban setting, maybe people. By answering these questions and finding the common trends among those photos, you can define your own photography style for your personal brand. Step number 6, identify your color palette. You should choose a color theme that reflects your personality and the message you want to convey, same as any other element of your brand identity. For example, vibrant colors might suggest energy and creativity. Muted tones can convey professionalism and calmness. A great tool for generating a color palette for free is called colors.co. Just click generate and you will get a set of colors that match perfectly with each other. And you can even preview what they would look like together in a set of graphics. So make sure you select a color palette that goes well with your photography style. You can even use some of the photos from your mood board to extract colors you like using tools like Canva or Photoshop. Step number 7, typography or fonts. Choose the fonts that match your brand's personality and the expectations in your industry. Prioritize fonts that are easy to read across all devices, sizes, and formats. Avoid overly decorative fonts for body text and use them maybe for headers or accents. The key to using your fonts is maintaining consistency. So use a limited number of fonts, typically 2 to 3, to create a cohesive look. Pair a primary font for headings with a complementary font for body text. Step 8, social media graphics. You need to make sure that the elements we talked about previously are used consistently across all graphics to create a cohesive look. So colors, fonts, photography style. My recommendation is to create a visual template library. You can develop templates for various types and formats of content like YouTube thumbnails, Instagram highlight covers, things of that sort, using your chosen brand aesthetic. This will streamline your content creation process and maintain visual consistency. You can use design tools and resources such as Canva. There's a free version for that. These tools often have pre-made templates that you can adapt to fit your brand style, making the design process super efficient. You can organize your visual elements in the brand kit section by adding your color palette, fonts, images, logos, and it's super easy to implement when you start making modifications to the pre-made templates. Step number 9. Find your voice. So here you basically need to decide what you want to sound like when you talk to your audience. Think about the core values and the characteristics of the language you want to use. Refer back to the words you selected to describe your style and figure out how you want to sound. Do you want to sound professional, friendly, humorous? Understanding your audience is also very important. So consider who it is that you're talking to and how do they communicate. What language do they use? What language do they not use? So you can tailor your voice and tone to resonate with your audience and ensure that, your communication style meets their expectations. Also, you need to make sure that you create and maintain that consistency. Develop a style guide that outlines your voice and tone and decide on specific language, phrases, expressions that you're going to use. And you can use this guide to maintain a consistent voice and tone across all platforms, and especially if somebody else is creating your content for you down the line when you're super successful and you start hiring a content team. Step number 10. Define your signature elements. Signature elements are unique visual identifiers that distinguish your personal brand from others. This can include specific design features, patterns, icons, video transitions, or other visual elements that are consistently used across your branding materials. Those elements help reinforce your brand recognition and make your content instantly recognizable. I would recommend creating a list of elements you want to use consistently and sticking to it. For example, I have a list of video transitions that I use across my YouTube videos, and it's a list of 10. I do not use any other ones. I only use those 10. So by following these 10 easy steps that I outlined in this video, you can create a comprehensive personal brand style guide that reflects your unique identity, values, your aspirations, and the look that you're trying to achieve. So remember that personal branding goes beyond surface level aesthetics. It's about connecting with your audience in the most authentic way, providing value, and making a positive impact in their lives. If you watched this video till the end, consider subscribing, as it will help my channel grow and allow me to continue sharing these tips with you. I'll see you in my next video.